Hello my good friends and welcome to episode 74 of One Credit Classics, the finale of season 4. Before we start for the last time this season, it's time to thank our glorious patrons who have pledged their support on our Patreon page. Thank you very much to Striker Caden, Aaron Chatfield, The Exile, Alex Cassidy, Chris Lewis, Justin Timpot Gamer and Prince Watercress. Oh, and Callum Stannard as well. Way more than just a name on a spreadsheet, my friend. If you want to get involved with our Patreon scheme, then click the link on the description box below. And if you sign up before the 7th of May, you'll be entered into a free competition to win a brand new BitBoy handheld, and I'll also send you some stuff out in the post. It's time to blast off, my friends, to a galaxy far, far away as we take on Star Wars by Atari. It's a game that perhaps captures the magic of the arcade more than any other of its era. It's a game that came in a sit-down cabinet that encapsulated you in this world that you wanted to be a part of more than anything after watching the films in the cinema. You play Luke Skywalker, who else? And your mission is to destroy the Death Star over 3 levels. Now, this game actually loops infinitely, with it getting progressively harder each time you make a clear. As you might imagine, this doesn't take too long, so I'll be doing the clear on normal, but showing you the differences on easy and hard as well. This game came out in 1983 and took advantage of some neat hardware by Motorola, Atari, and also Texas Instruments, who composed the famous speech synthesis, something that this game really became linked with. The records for playing this game are absolutely incredible. In 1984, Robert Mierzak scored 300 million with a game that lasted 49 hours. And this time was only beaten in 1985 when Brandon Erickson hit a 54-hour game, although he only racked up 283 million points. That's unreal, isn't it? This game was released on the Atari 2600, 5200, ColecoVision, C64, and was later on converted to the Amiga, Atari ST, Amstrad CPC, ZX Spectrum, Acorn Electric, BBC Micro, and Enterprise 64. It's a perfect way to end our season. If you were around the arcades when this thing came out, it was the closest thing you could ever imagine to being Luke Skywalker and trying to blow up the Death Star. This is Red 5. I'm going in. Let's do this.
Red 5 standing by.
Right, we will go for medium. Right. Now the problem is, right, with this. Jesus Christ, it's not the best start. Is that when you played it on the arcade and you had the sticks, I don't know, the calibration, I've played this a few times and the calibration always seems spot on. And on this, it's so hard to get it so it doesn't go straight back. But yeah, it's weird, it's hard to describe. It's a tough ass playing it on a controller. It really is. And I'm not just making an excuse for my own kind of ineptitude at this. But, Jesus. We're down to 6. It beggars belief that there's people who've played this for like 3 days. Like he's who played for 54 hours, you know what I mean, into your 3rd day. It's frightening. Right. You get bonus points for shooting the tops off. Jesus.
Use the force, Luke.
Nice. Come on. Sorry, I'm not saying a lot. It's just so tense. This is only on normal as well.
Luke, trust me.
Come on. Nearly there. Shit. Oh, God.
Yahoo! You're all clear, kid.
Got it. Imagine that ringing out in an arcade where you're at. Now, check this. Ridiculousness.
R2 to increase the power.
Jesus Christ, rinsed. Come on, come on. Gotta at least try and make it to the next bit. Come on. Jesus Christ.
Red 5, I'm going in.
Yeah, not for long, probably. Red 5, I'm getting wrecked. Come on. Ugh. That's pretty garbage. The other thing as well is, right, come on, solid to try and, come on, sod it. You know it's me, right? BFR, mate. Bus fare red 5, I don't know. Back in. Jesus Christ. But I mean, let's put an easy to start with now. So, as you can see, everything moves slower, but you get less bonus points. And with a game like this, when basically anybody can finish it pretty much, like on normal or easy, it's not that tough to get one loop, as you've probably seen. It's still not easy. It's not easy. On easy, it's easy, obviously, but like it doesn't take a lot of practice to get like a couple of loops. But like the big thing on this is the score challenges, and hence why you have that thing of you don't get any bonus points per loop on easy. So I mean, well, this is fairly straightforward, isn't it? This just looks like a graphics demo. Not too much for the old Texas Instruments sound. Oh, here it is. The old Texas Instruments sound chip. Fresh off sponsoring Bill Cosby. Here we go. I was all cleared. I was pissing the only one there. What, did I get him on a bank holiday or something? Oh, God, it's come full ass back. Roll down the Death Star on bank holiday Monday. No one was there, like. Right, here he is. Effort. Oh, your watch just gone off. Come on.
I have you now.
Do you though?
Red 5, I'm going in. I'm hit with not bad. I don't see what you can do with it.
Amazing. Oh, come on. Focus now. Enough titting around with these stupid impressions. Jesus, even though there's no pillars, it's still actually quite hard. Yeah, you watch you watch any real like marathon plays of this, it's absolute levels. Absolutely frightening how good some people are at this. Right, I'll try. I'll certainly oh Jesus. Fly straight into a fireball, Luke. Oh, come on. That's garbage. I've lost more than R2. Well, for the 90 seconds you played this for, anyhow. Right. Speaking of stuff lasting 90 seconds, if I can get off the first wave, I'll be happy with this. Absolutely ridiculous. Come on. I mean, this is proper 80s arcade savage brutality, do you know what I mean? I don't care how much you paid to play this. To be fair, it was probably only 10p, but still. If it's 10p, you might as well bowl down the street at that point.
Look at the size of that thing.
Why, thank you. Come on. It's when you see a big cluster of, that's it, like a big cluster of fireballs like that, you realise you're pretty frigged. Come on. Jesus. Ah.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.
And that, my friends, is Star Wars. It's all kinds of fun, isn't it? It's all kinds of hard. But I mean, that's the early 80s arcade experience for you. And what I said at the start about that, immersing you in like a different world, that's just far and away the best part of this game, is the fact that if you played it back in the day and there was one of these in a local arcade to me, and I can't have been very old, I can't have been more than about 7 or 8. I remember going over with my dad. I just remember sitting in that cabinet and just like, it just felt like I was in the film. Do you know what I mean? It kind of started my kind of love and kind of enamor really for the arcades and really for video gaming. And it was that point as well where you've got to think at this point, this is miles away from anything you could ever have at home. People don't see the difference now between when you'd go to the arcade and see stuff that you couldn't really see anywhere else. Like, imagine that. Imagine getting home to your ZX81 where you've got a game where you've got to program it in for an hour and a half and it's just X's and O's. And then you come and sit in, do you know what I mean, a cabinet with music all around you with a joystick where you're controlling like a cockpit style thing. Because let's be honest, like if you look at the Star Wars film, the bit where they're in the Millennium Falcon and they're trying to shoot those TIE fighters, that kind of tracking grid isn't that dissimilar to the way those vector graphics looked. It's as close to an actual film experience as you were ever going to get back then. It's just incredible. It's so odd, but it's so much fun. And that's another season in the books, right? I don't know. Like, I don't know where these games keep coming from. I don't know where I keep finding these kind of games to play, and it's getting harder now, to be honest with you, to keep finding stuff. But the kind of challenge of keep finding stuff is what keeps me going, really. Going forward with next season, I'm in the middle of recording some multi-part long play stuff. I still don't know when it's going to come out. I want it to be between seasons, really, but it's taken quite a long time to do, and I've changed projects a few times. I was going to do Mario Kart, but I've changed it around a little bit and had a look at a few other things. I want to put something out there, but I still don't know what it'll be yet. But the good news is that we've got a couple of weeks of Outrun left for me to figure it out, which is good. So we've got an Outrun video on Saturday and then the final Outrun video a week on that. And then I'll have something else for you. Thanks to everybody who's checked out all the videos this season. We've had a big uptake in subscribers, primarily due to the Super Ghouls and Ghosts No Death, which is probably Ghouls and Ghosts, not Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Ghouls and Ghosts No Death video, which probably is the best thing I've ever done in terms of difficulty and achievements. We've also had a lot of stuff growing. We've had our Amazon affiliate scheme's been really good. I've been able to buy some stuff that's allowed me to record a few things a bit better, and also the Patreon as well, which is really cool. Next season, the Patreon's going to get a lot more interactive. In that next season, there'll be one video a week on the Wednesdays, obviously as normal, but the Saturday videos will be chosen by people on Patreon. And how it works is they're going to choose a game for me to play through. It won't be a one credit clear, as I said, but it'll be a long play basically, where I'll try and get to the end. Certain games, I imagine, like, I'll get people to send me a list about 4 or 5. I want to put videos out where I'm completing games, really, irrespective of how many continues it might take. Because, I mean, one credit stuff's cool, and that'll be the main focus of the channel on the Wednesdays. But I really like the idea of kind of doing stuff and seeing, because there's games I'd love to be able to one credit, but I'm probably never going to be able to do it. And people say, oh, well, you've done Ghouls and Ghosts, you should be able to do anything. It really doesn't work like that. Because there's certain games that, like, I've spent ages trying to get one creditable, and you just hit complete walls with them in terms of the stuff you just can't. Like, for example, I use the example of Mutant Fighter Data East. I love that game. You can't win every grapple. You physically can't. Do you know what I mean? Even with a turbo fire pad, you can't. And I wouldn't do that anyway. But even with one, you couldn't. So there's no point in doing it anyway. Do you know what I mean? So there's physically no. There's like, I've seen long play attempts of that, and I've seen World of Long plays, but I mean, they put in the thing that a lot of theirs are tool assisted, so I mean, you don't know what to believe, do you? I'm not saying it's impossible, because I mean, any of these games are beatable. I'm saying that it's something I'd love to be able to do, but don't have the time, realistically. But that's not to say that I can't continue a couple of times and play through the game. Plus, with stuff like that, you get to see different characters and things like that. It also means as well, I'll inevitably get to do a WWF Superstars, because that's notoriously difficult without continuing, and all kinds of other good stuff. So it opens kind of a few doors, really, and gives us a few more things to do. I'm still going to do the reviews, obviously. We've got 2 up now, the Buffalo USB, which I've had a few people order those, actually, through the affiliate scheme, so thanks very much, and the BitBoy. Shout outs to the lovely people at BitBoy who sent me a couple of consoles out. I have the Super Famicom looking one that's awesome, and the black one that's brand new, still in its box, and it's going to be winging its way out to whoever one of you lovely patrons my computer picks. At the moment, there's 14 people on Patreon, so your chances of winning that are 1 in 14, which for something like that is pretty swish, really. if you haven't signed up yet, if you haven't signed up but you want to be eligible for the competition, then you sign in for the minimum amount. You sign in for $2. Do you know what I mean? And somebody said to me the other day, well, what happens if somebody signs up and then unsigns up after the competition? I was like, I never even thought of that, and I really don't care. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just want people to win stuff, really. Like, if you just want to give $2 for that month to enter that thing, and then you don't want to give $2 anymore, that's cool. Do you know what I mean? I don't care. Like, I just want people to have good stuff, right? But yeah, this is quite rambling already, isn't it? This isn't the end. It's the end of the season, but it ain't the end of One Credit Classics. I'm going to have some time off. I'll keep you posted as to what I'm doing. There'll still be the Outrun videos. I might put a review video or two up as well. There'll be stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'll keep you posted. And then what I'll do is I'll drink some tea. I'll eat some toast. I'll film a trailer, and we'll start it all over again. You people are absolutely incredible. Check out the links in the description box below. Use the Force, and I will see you good people real soon. Take care, my friends.